Spirituality, by definition, is a recognition or a belief that something bigger exists outside of ourselves. So with this in mind, we decided to have a conversation with renowned psychic medium Taz Singh about this and other issues such as forgiveness, healing, and more importantly, ancestors. Come with us as we have this enticing conversation. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, and thank you for having me on your show.
I suppose I would want to start where, how do you define what spirituality is? Because there's so much meaning everywhere. You know, for me personally, the definition is, you know, that something or someone exists bigger than who we are. What is your definition from your standing point?
Okay, so for me, spirituality is a sense of calmness. It's a sense of knowing that there is good over evil. There's a sense of knowing that there is something bigger out there that is watching over us, that is guiding us and protecting us. And for me, spirituality is also my ancestors. I'm very big about that. When I connect with clients, I'm able to connect with their ancestors. That shows that they are being loved, supported, and protected. So for me, spirituality is a host of things, but I do not take away from God.
Yeah.
There is still that element of God. There is still that element of religion that we respect as well.
And you touch on religion, and one thing that you also are very big on is that your job is not to change people's religion.
Absolutely not. Everybody has their own belief system. I'm not here to change that. I'm here to assist you to connect with your ancestors, to show you that there is life after death, that there is guidance and protection that's coming through, to help you navigate through your challenges, be it career, relationship, and health. That's where I come in. But when it comes to religion, that's your personal and private relationship with your God that you believe and pray to. I cannot change that.
But you find that the lines are blurred?
Not at all. Not at all. Remember, we respect and we worship God. Whoever you pray for, you respect and you worship. Spirituality is embracing that there's more. There is more to life, right? I don't want anyone to watch this and feel that, okay, we need to step away from religion and follow spirituality. Combine the two. I am very religious. I believe in my culture and I respect my religion. That does not take away my spirituality. All right. I just believe that there is a bigger force out there that is watching over me. I'm able to connect with my ancestors, and as I said, for me, that's my spiritual connection. Speaking
of force and speaking of ancestors, yours is your grandmother.
Very.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So my grandmother was also a healer, and when I was very young, she said to me that I would have her gift. Obviously, I was so young, I didn't understand it. And then I could see dead people, and I thought it was normal. I thought everybody could do this. And then I realized, no, this is different, and I started to shy away from it. I did not embrace it. And then later on in my teenage years, I did engage with another lady that came from the same town as my grandmother. Okay. It was just coincidence. And then I helped her, and then she referred me to another person. Before I knew it, I was doing readings for people. I did not go out looking for this. It came to me.
Do you think that people's ancestors or people's guides guide you to, do you believe that the right place and the right time?
100%.
Like that. Because I imagine it's not random people that wake up one day and say, I'm going to see Taz this morning.
So let me just say this. There's a lot of people out there that try to get hold of me. They be begging for appointments. They're trying to get hold of me, and something would cut off, or they just not get an appointment. It's not their time, or maybe what they are going through, they need more time to process and understand before they can get the guidance. But if a client is sitting in front of me and has that opportunity for a reading, I believe that the ancestors or the universe has brought them in front of me. Everything is being guided. I believe in that.
One of the other things that you believe in is a sixth sense. Do you believe that everybody has one?
Everybody has a sixth sense. You have a sixth sense. How many times you've actually felt strongly about something and went with that gut feel and it worked out for you? And there are times when you question, we spoke earlier of you overthinking everything. And when you overthink and you overanalyze, you cut off that intuition. Everybody has the sixth sense, has that gut feel. We just don't listen to it. Often a client would sit next to me, or I'd be doing a telephonic consultation and I'd be doing the reading, and they'd say to me, I knew that. I had that feeling, but they're looking for confirmation. And that's where I am stepping in. If you trust in yourself, if you trust in that gut, in that sixth sense, and if you pray, whether it's your ancestors or God, and you have faith, you will always have the answers.
Why do we doubt it though?
Fear. We allow fear to seep in. Fear of failure. For example, I see that your energy is very open for a business venture, but you're allowing fear of failure, fear of it won't work, I can't leave my salary for this. That fear prevents you from taking that step forward. And I want to go back to the word faith. Faith is very important because we pray just because we want to pray, because we've told we've got to do X, Y, and Z. But where's that element of faith, that trust? That's very important, because when we have faith and we have trust, whether it's in our ancestor or in the God that you pray to, you are surrendering. You are saying, I believe, I trust, and I leave my problems to you. I open myself up to, whether it's my ancestor or God, that you are going to guide and help me. You will find the answers within, and the answers actually come forward. The signs are there. But when you don't have faith and trust, you're always searching. You are blinding yourself from seeing the information.
What is their importance of candles?
So apart from it looking beautiful and being calming, it also is a very big part of our ancestors. They identify that when you've lit a candle, that your energy is calm and you're ready to embrace them, you're ready to connect. So I often say to my clients, when you want to connect with your ancestor, light a candle, find a space, light a candle, calm down, be in that zone and connect. Because it creates that healing element. It does not only have to be a candle, it can be impepo, it can be incense, it can be whatever you find comfortable for you.
Young people, what we're finding right now, and I'll tell you, when I was growing up, Isangoma, Ingoma, Dingaga, were people that were very, it was small, secluded, you hardly ever saw one.
And you feared them.
Yeah, you feared them. There was a sense of fear. What I'm seeing right now, and then on social media, I'm seeing a koko kuku or a koko eh. In a spiritual sense and in spiritual speaking, what do you think that signifies? The fact that they're so visible and we can see them now. There's no sense of fear anymore.
I think in the last decade, there's been a massive shift. People are starting to understand that I don't need to go to a sangoma, an old person, to get help, that I can now help myself. It's about taking back your power and understanding that I may have a gift and I don't have to be afraid or ashamed to use it. There's now dialogue about it. People are open to speaking about where they come from, the gifts that they have, and the journey they're on in terms of spirituality. All right. And that's beautiful, because youngsters are finding that more and more that they speak, they're being respected. When we talk about in your time, listen, you are very young, but let's talk about my time. My time, as the youth, you never spoke up. You were afraid of your elders. As you said, the sangomas or traditional healers, we were afraid to speak up. Now we find that people are acknowledging us. They are identifying with us. They are respecting us. So we are finding strength, power, and we are allowing ourselves to grow within that power. When I look at the energy around youngsters going down the path of healing, there's also that caution I want to put out there. I have had few instances where youngsters have said to me, I want to be a healer because I can get what I want. It does not work like that. You will get what you want if it is meant for you. And the moment you operate from a place of love, respect, faith, you will always be rewarded by universe. But when you operate from a place of greed, selfishness, manipulation, you will never achieve. All right? And that's very important, because I do find that some, I'm not saying all youngsters, because there are many youngsters out there that has a calling, that has the opportunity to be a healer, to help others. Now, healing does not mean that you have to work with herbs or you have to work with spiritual things. Healing is also your words. Being a motivational speaker, being a person that's encouraging and uplifting others, through your words is also healing. You're a healer. Writing, wanting to do some motivational books, or just putting a blog together and putting out words of motivation, that's healing through words. So there's different methods that you can use to be a healer. You do not have to go be a certified Sangoma or be sitting and doing what I'm doing. There's other ways. But every single one of us are here on this earth to encourage, motivate, and help one another. That's what humankind is about.
Let's go back to the sixth sense. And I've heard this from different people about how the ancestors or the spirits communicate with us differently in different ways, and that's where the sixth sense comes from. Have you found that they communicate in different ways to different people, and it's just that's how it's been made out to be, or is there a way in which ancestors communicate with us?
You know what, it's different for different people. Like somebody would say to me that when I pray, I get a vision, or I see signs in terms of repetition, So there's different ways that they connect with you. It's for you to actually be more aware. And that's the thing, we don't live with awareness. Our lifestyle is so busy, everything is so rushed that we don't slow down and actually take in the information or take in the signs around us. And the moment you slow down, you will be able to identify the signs that are being shown to you.
Signs and healing, and it's something that you're involved in with the correctional services at the moment. And all those go together in one thing, signs, healing, forgiveness. And that's a big part of what being behind bars is about.
Forgiveness is very important topic for me. We go through life, for example, when I look at your energy, I see that you've also had challenges with an ex. You've also had challenges regarding your dad, right? You didn't have a father that was strong in your life or that was there in your life, because I see an absent father. You had to find it in yourself to forgive, to set yourself free. Because if you held on to that, you would have had so much of anger, so much of bitterness. You would not be able to be a good wife, a good mother, a good partner to somebody, because you'd be carrying baggage. So forgiveness is not about saying that person was right. It's about setting yourself free. And when I work with with correctional services and I work with the offenders, it's about them forgiving themselves. Because remember, I'm working with murderers. They have committed really gruesome things. So for them, it's about understanding what they've done wrong and forgiving themselves and being able to reintegrate into society and become better citizens. So working with the offenders, it's about making sure that we don't have offenders coming out and re-offending. We want to give them a second chance.
Do they believe that they are worth the forgiveness?
Yes. When I started off working with the offenders, obviously, there was hesitation in terms of understanding who I am, what I'm bringing to the table. The more they engage with me, the more they understand that there is so much more to their life than just being a prisoner behind bars. That's the first step of healing, to understand that I'm a person that is worthy of love, that's worthy of respect, right? I know people watching this probably feel, somebody has murdered their child or murdered their partner, how do we respect them? I treat everybody as an individual, as a human being, irrespective of what you've done and where you've come from. All right. So once they see that they are being respected, they are open to engaging. Once they are open to engaging, we can now dissect what has happened, what has brought this, insanity about. Right. Some of them have had difficult upbringings. Has had abuse, right, from childhood. And they felt unloved, and they felt that I can do this to another person. So we start from the beginning so that we can heal them.
So you've also got two shows, On the Couch, and you've got Metro FM. Tell us a little bit about On the Couch. I'm interested in that one.
So On the Couch actually just happened very randomly. I just wanted the listeners to understand that when I speak about operating from a place of respect, operating from a place of honesty, whatever you want will come to you. I was seeing clients in my home, very quiet, very peaceful. And then I found, okay, there's a producer that came for a reading. She was very happy and she said to me, I'd like to offer you a show. So I said, okay, fine. Let me go ahead with it. And then On the Couch was born. Right. So On the Couch with Taz is me sitting with clients. We record, it's showcased in Africa, Europe, US. It's become a global project. With Metro FM, the same thing happened. I had a producer that came in for a reading, and he was happy. He went to speak to his seniors, and they offered me an opportunity for one Thursday a month. That was just for 1 month. The second month, they said, okay, can you do 2 Thursdays? And before I knew it, I was working every week.
Yeah.
And now I've got a contract with Metro FM.
Who heals you?
I heal me.
For healing?
So I have my family, which is very supportive, very loving. I work very hard. My hours are very long. So every couple of months, I like to take a weekend off where I just spend time with my girls. I have 2 daughters. They, wherever we go, people will say, oh, you are Taz. And, they get so excited. And with my daughters, no, this is just mom. Yeah. There's no celebrity.
Yes. And do you ever get tired? And I mean spiritually tired?
No, I don't. And I think I'm blessed to have my ancestors guiding me, but more importantly, when I'm connecting with the client, your ancestors are also giving me the strength to do your reading. So that empowers me. So if your question is, do I get tired seeing clients? Do I get tired doing my spiritual work? No, I don't.
You might have noticed in the conversation that we had with Taz earlier that she made very personal references to what my plans might be and what my ancestors have plans for me. So we thought, okay, so why not involve our colleagues at Morning Live, the producers of Morning Live, here, and then Tapelo Moela as well, have a conversation, also have readings with Taz about, what she sees for all of us, because I imagine all of us want answers at some point, and that's what Taz is about. So I'm going to start with the and he's going to ask a few questions also to find out what his spirits or what his ancestors want him to know at the moment.
When I go to your energy, I want to start off with the crossing over. Your grandmother comes through immediately. She gives you a big hug, and your grandmother says to you that I love you. She says that you have been reaching out to her. She says you've always respected her. And she says to you, my child, I am proud of you. She says you've been through many struggles. You've been through struggles that you don't talk about. She says that you feel nobody understands. She says, my child, I am watching over you. I am seeing the writing and the publication coming in so important, because that is part of you. That is your healing.
Yes. Yeah.
There's so much that you're going to be able to put out there that people are going to resonate towards you. Please do not shelve that idea.
Okay.
Do not feel that nobody's going to be interested. It is coming in as a very strong energy. And I am saying that there's going to be a series, not just one publication. There's a series. You've already got ideas in your head, but you end up getting blocked in how I'm going to expand this. Just start with one sentence that becomes a paragraph, that becomes a chapter, and before you know it, you will have a publication.
Okay, I'm happy with that.
Yes.
I see that your mom has also done so much for everybody, and your mom has taken on her children's problems as her own. I suppose as moms we do that. I've got 2 girls and I would kill for my girls. I suppose as moms we do that, but your mom does not know where to step back and say, let me allow my girls to live their journey now, to live their path. Your mom embraces so much that it causes her health energy to take a setback, right? So if your mom's listening today, I want her to slow down. I want her to stop feeling so obligated to the family, because your mom is not just worrying about her children, she's also taking on a lot of strain from the family. And when I look at your energy, I will come back to you. When I look at your energy, I am seeing that your dad comes through so strong. Your father gives you a kiss and he says to you, I love you, my child. Your father says to you that I'm really proud of everything you've done, but he says that you do not need to be the strength in the family. He says you take after mom's kindness, love and respect, but he says you take after my strength in wanting to be there as a pillar for everybody. I want you to know that your dad is a very big part of your life. You talk to him. Your father says you do speak to him, you do honor and respect him, and he says to you, my child, I'm there every step of the way. Right. And when I look at your energy level, your uncle comes through. Your uncle says that I was your father.
Yeah.
Oh, he loves you so much. He's actually crying when he speaks to you. And he gives you a hug and he says, thank you for all that you do for the family. I see that you have done a lot. You've sacrificed a lot. And he says to you, my child, it's time for you to focus on that business. So the business venture that you and your husband are discussing is actually going to work. It does not take away from your career. You will stay, in your respective career paths, but the business is going to expand as well. Your partner is your grounding. He balances you. He is often guiding you. You are very highly strung. You've got a very feisty, bold energy, and you make things happen. You are a doer. You get things done. When I look at his energy, I see you also think a lot, but I see that he analyzes, he processes before he actions. You go diving in and then you find your feet. Yes. But together I see both of you are going to do brilliantly in business. So his energy is very strong. When I look at career, I am seeing an expansion or an opportunity where he's working. He's very respected at work. And I am seeing that he is going to get a beautiful promotion that he's been wanting for a while now. There is a senior male that likes him very much, that believes in him. I see that your partner was not as strong as he is. You have been a positive influence in his life. I see that you have helped him. You have been his voice. You've been his strength. And I see that's helped him to believe in himself.